All right, here's the video for section 5. We're getting away from equations and we're moving into inequalities. So we're going to be able to solve and graph linear inequalities in two variables. Okay. All right, so an inequality, not an equal sign. A solution of an inequality in two variables is an ordered pair that makes the inequality true. So same stuff as normal. Okay. Does this work? Is this a solution of this inequality? Well, plug it in. Okay, so we plug in the 2 for y, and we plug in the 1 for x. If it's true, it works. So yes, that one works. How about this one? -7 goes in for y, -3 goes in for x. So is -7 bigger than -6? No. So this one doesn't work. This one does work. Okay? Simple, plug it in. X goes in for x, y goes in for y. Okay? Now, we're going to graph these the exact same way. We want to use slope-intercept form. The difference is with an equation, we drew a solid line. But when we have greater than or less than, we're going to draw a dotted line. The reason why we draw a dotted line is because they are not solutions. It's kind of like doing an open circle. Okay? Open circle is the same thing. With an open circle, it was with one variable. But with a dotted line, it's two variables. If it's greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, it's a solid line, which is very similar to a closed circle. See how they group together? Okay. So here, the points are solutions. All right, so let's look at how we graph this. Remember y-intercept? So a few numbers on either side. So I'm going to start with the y-intercept is -2. The slope is 1 over 1. So I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. I'm going to pay attention to the inequality. It's a dotted line, okay, because these points don't work. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky for some people. Look at the inequality. It says greater than. Where is y bigger than? And then what we're going to do is we're going to pretend like this x is not here. Where are the y's bigger than -2? Okay, just thinking about the y-axis. Think about the y-axis. Where are the values of y bigger than this point? They are bigger going in this direction, going up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade everything up here. Now here's why. This shaded region also contains answers to this inequality. So if I pick this point right here, which is 0,3, and I plug it in, it works. If I go over here to this point right here, -3, 0, and I plug it in, it works. So everything up here also works. So this is about shading. Okay, let me show you another one. Y is less than or equal to 1/2 x plus 1. So I'm going to draw my graph. Okay, y-intercept, +1. The slope is 1 over 2, so I'm going to go up 1 over 2. Okay. It's less than or equal to, which means it's going to be a solid line. Okay. Now it says y is less than or equal to. So here's the number 1. This is the y-axis going up and down. Where are the y's smaller than this point right here? They're smaller going in this direction, going down. So I'm going to shade everything below. So all of these points down here in the shaded region work. If I take this point right here, which would be 0, 3, and I plug it in, it's not going to work. Okay. So the shading is based on the first part of the inequality when I have it in slope-intercept form. Okay. Now, special cases. Graphing linear inequalities in one variable. Okay. What is the graph of each of these inequalities in a coordinate plane? So, remember what it looks like when we have x is equal to. This one is a vertical line. When it's y is equal to, this one's horizontal. Same thing. This one's going to be a vertical line. Remember, vertical means straight up and down. Okay, so this one says -1, so I'm going to put a point right here, and what I'm going to get is a vertical line that goes straight up and down. Is it going to be solid or dotted? It's going to be a dotted line. So I draw this big, long, dotted line. Now, look at the first part of the inequality. X is bigger. Here is the x value, -1. Where are the x's bigger? This time I'm dealing with the x-axis. The bigger x values are over here, so I'm going to shade everything to the right. Okay. I shade everything to the right. Here I have +2. I know that this is going to be a horizontal line. Is it going to be a solid or dotted? Look at the inequality. It's going to be a solid line. Okay. Now look at the first part of the inequality. Where are the y's bigger than +2? Up. So I'm going to shade up. Okay. So here is the check. Okay. That is the lesson for section 5. What we're going to do in section 6 is we're going to graph two things at the same time. Just like we solved a system of equations, we're going to solve a system of inequalities. Okay? So we'll look forward to that for next week. All right? Hope this helped. Prepare questions, all sorts of stuff. See ya.